Hello, hello, hello. So we'll be starting in a few minutes. I'm just gonna give it a few minutes, as usual. When it comes to timing, people can be coming in late, so try and get then we're kicking off. So in about 2 minutes or so. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Should have beat myself and got this done. But I'm very, very happy to be bringing this to you. If you've been having any kind of problems, to know, not just now, if you're having any trouble when it comes to business, trying to you're supposed to be talking to how to speak to them, how to attract people to you, to your business. This workshop has been designed for exactly that. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first one, let's get this thing a little bit. Music. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not going to knock it off completely because I do like a bit of music and I don't get enough of it in my life when I'm doing my daily work and stuff. So I'll be keeping it on. But let's get it done, innit? Let's get it moving. Okay, maybe we should just do it this way. Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining me. Glad to have you here. Now, I'm just gonna break down how this is gonna work uh, every single day from today until Friday. And Friday is a very important day, so hint, hint, make sure you're there. But first thing is you're going to receive an email every morning around 10 o'clock, which is going to explain what we will be going over in a bit more detail. Then we have the session like we've got right now, which is going to be starting in just a bit, which is the training, where I will go into the topic of the day. For today, is going to be goals. And at around 4 o'clock, I will then be sending out an email which will have the worksheet for the homework. So we're going to go through training, and then I'm going to be sending you a worksheet which will help you action what we've been talking about in the training. And then finally, this recording or the recording of the training of the workshop will be posted into my group. Let me just see here. It will be posted into this group here. Okay, so if you're not a member of this group and you would like to get access to the recordings, then it's super important, super important that you go along to this page, ask to join, and that way you'll be able to get access to not only the recordings of the actual training that we're going through today for you to watch at your leisure, or rewatch, I should say. You'll also be getting access to other support and good stuff that is inside the group, and some really nice people. Okay, so let me just okay, so I'm gonna get into this. I want to okay, so I trust everybody can see the screen. And that being the case, let's get into this. Okay, so this is season one of the 5 days to more online sales challenge, starting today, running all the way through until Friday this week. So what we're going to be covering together. So we've got the goals section. This is where we're going to be setting your purpose-driven goals, which is today. Tomorrow we'll be going over your business structure. Now, when it comes to online business, no matter what you are selling, when it comes down to making your business profitable, when it comes down to your business being able to make money without you having to deliver every single hour to it so that it actually makes money, it needs to be a certain kind of structure to it, and we'll be going over that tomorrow. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Wednesday, we'll be going through the client or your customer. Okay, you're going to hear me alternate between customer and client. Now, just to explain while we're on that point, the difference. I prefer client because it has a very long-term view to it. I don't care what you're selling. I prefer to speak about people as clients. If it's a one-off transaction and they're buying once or a couple of times, I can go with customer. But in the business that I'm in and the businesses that the people that I work with are in, it's a long-term thing to talk about clients. So either way, if you hear me say client or customer, it's the same thing. Customer, in just my terminology of it, is somebody who buys from you once and that's it. A client is somebody who's buying from you continuously. Okay. On Thursday, we'll be going into how to sell to more people, and that's to do with building out products. And then finally, on day 5, we'll be discussing how to connect with more people who are interested in purchasing from you, but are not ready to go ahead and purchase from you right now. But we're just a moment. Must want the music in here. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let's go back to my presentation. So on Thursday, we'll be going through the product, and then finally on day 5, we'll be talking about how to nurture relationships with people who are interested in buying what you're selling, but not ready to buy right now. There's not really much you can do. There's no magic words you can tell them to change that situation. To say, what I mean is, if they're not ready to buy now, get them to buy now. It's more to really understand what are the thought processes or the bits of information they need to understand why they should buy from you. So we'll be discussing that on Friday. So the first point here is a bit of an exercise for you. You don't have to, it's not a quick fire round. You haven't got to fire any answers into the chat or anything like that, but I've got 3 websites here and I want you to look at them. I'm going to spend a bit of time. I'm not going to be saying anything, just look at them and ask yourself, what you think is wrong with the websites. Now, this is not about design or the fact that it could be a lot more beautiful, whatever, and I've highlighted certain parts of the website to help you. So first website here, this is a comedian's website, okay? So just take a look at that. I've highlighted what is actually wrong, but what do you think I'm highlighting? What do you think is that I'm trying to point out is actually wrong here with this comedian's website? Okay, this is nothing against the comedian himself. I don't know this guy. What's he been? Seems to be pretty famous, being on Channel 4, never mind the Buzzcocks. He's worked with Mark Lamar, Bill Bailey. Oh, he's written material for them. So it's quite a big deal, and he was voted the 55th greatest stand-up comic on Channel 4's 100 greatest stand-ups in 2007. Well, it's a little while ago, but still, what an accolade. Anyway, next website. So this is for a hairdressing salon, okay? This is a hairdressing salon in Leeds. And again, they seem to be doing quite amazing things as well over there in Leeds. But again, what is wrong with the same thing is wrong with all of these websites. So you've got the comedian's website here, you've got this hairdressing salon, this hair salon here, and then finally we've got a financial planning website here. What do you think's wrong with them? Okay, well, let's just get on and find out exactly what the problem is. Well, they're focused on today buyers. Okay, this is a big problem for everybody who's got a website. All people building websites work with designers who know nothing different but to design a website in a way where it's some kind of amazing ideal world where people come onto your website, they click buy, and it goes cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching over and over again in the back office of your website, or email notifications, your Stripe account, your bank account, just sells and sells and sells. And so people who are not getting sales through their website, people who are struggling to get people to the website in the first place, start thinking that, oh, it's the design, and oh, it's because I'm not doing SEO, and oh, if I only had thousands to throw at Facebook for Facebook ads. And they start thinking about all of these different tactics that they've heard about. They may have tried blogging, webinars, networking, asking your friend to refer you, whatever it might be. They think that it's because they either using the wrong tactic, they can't spend enough money on a tactic, they're using the tactic incorrectly, where in actual fact, any of those tactics will work, but they're definitely not going to work if they're not guided by strategy. And that strategy is really about understanding how to connect with 100% of the people coming to your website, as opposed to a very small percentage of them, which are called today buyers. So today buyers are coming to a website, and you know what, I'm saying website, but it could be, a lot of people I've seen have got Instagram accounts where they sell their wares. They could be doing it through a Facebook page. It doesn't really matter. The point is that the focus is just on trying to get that person to buy it. So that 25% discount, 50% discount, hell, 75% discount, please buy my stuff discount. And as much as those kind of tactics work, again, they only work on people who are actually coming to your website or your online business with what we call commercial intent. Okay, so these are people who are coming to your website basically bank card in hand, looking to make a purchase. And for those people, it means that they've done their homework elsewhere. When was the last time you went shopping for something online, that is, right? Or I suppose even in physical stores. When was the last time you went shopping for something really, really important, and the first version of it you purchased, and you've never really seen it before, or have never really come across the business before, and you've just whipped out your bank card and purchased it? You can only really be doing that because you have prior knowledge, experience, whatever it is, information that helps you know that that's exactly what you need. Rather than that, you can't be just buying things willy-nilly. You've got to do your due diligence, you've got to research. And so if that's the way that you behave when you go shopping, it's kind of incredible for anybody who owns an online business to believe that people who come across their business online are going to buy on the first go around. So there are people that will come to your website and buy immediately, with all different factors being in place, right? Your notoriety, your trust in your business, how many other people talk about you, your branding, the words on your page, images. There's all these different factors that can go into them coming to your website and actually making that purchase. But even when those factors are all ticked off, less than 3% of the people coming to your website are going to make an action to go and buy. And when I say buy, it doesn't actually mean just make a purchase. And we're seeing more about that in a moment. But they're not necessarily going to buy from your website on the first go around. And the people that do make up less than 3%. Again, taking into account how you shop online, how you browse websites, even if you find one that you'll think to yourself, yeah, I think that's for me. At the moment, for example, today, I went riding my bike today, and the chain locked, and it took a little while to get the chain out. So I'm looked at the chain, it's really grimy. And from the last time I went to speak to somebody about it, the bike shop, he said to me the chain's quite grimy and I need to clean it. So today I spent 15 minutes at lunchtime, 15 minutes, 20 minutes looking at different products. So this isn't websites, right? But I'm looking at different products that basically all do the same thing. But I'm looking at the price of it, I'm looking at what it does, I'm looking at what comes with the product, if there's some kind of bundles. I'm also looking at reviews. So I want to see that it's got above 4.5 stars. I want to see that a lot of people have purchased it. It has 4.5 stars, and they've all, not all, but there's a lot of comments about it. I'll even check out the comments that are 1 star or below, just to see whether or not they're just moaning for moaning, or whether or not there is a potential problem with the product. The point is that even though all these products do the thing, and I need this product to clean my chain so that I don't lock and have an accident when I'm riding my bike, I'm still checking through these different products to find out what is the best one for me. This is about me making the most informed purchasing decision. And keep in mind, whatever your business is, everybody's doing that. So we're going to get into it, but it's really not to do with how good your website is, or you've not got a website, or you're not doing Facebook ads, or you're not doing SEO, or you haven't actually been blogging enough, or maybe you should. It's nothing to do with any of that. There's some foundational stuff that is always missing. It's what I'm always harping on about over the years. I will continue to. That is my passion. It's really helping people understand that rather than talk to me when you come to me, the image for me, what I talk to people about is, you're coming to me to talk about the 3rd floor of your business and the wallpaper that's going to go on, or the paint, the color of the paint that's going to match the couch on the 3rd floor, and you've not poured concrete. You don't even have a foundation for the building yet. You need to do things in order. Now, this isn't your fault. A lot of people that actually go through marketing courses, that go through web design courses, even the course that I did for digital marketing project management, the degree level course that I did back in 2010, it didn't teach this stuff. Okay, so today buyers make up a very small percentage of the people that come into your website, but that is what most business owners focus on, and that is where the problems start, because they are in effect ignoring massive 97% of the people coming to the website, who are what we call someday buyers. And these people, just like myself with the cleaning product for my bike, these people are searching for information that helps them make the best purchasing decision possible. So the business, no matter what business you have, that or industry you're in, that provides this information that helps a person, a client, customer, decide to buy from you, it's going to be the business that provides information that's always going to win. Even when you're searching online, and it could be your child's been a bit poorly, or it could be, as we've gone through pandemic, you're trying to help a child with their homework. You're going to search. It's going to be a page where somebody's taking the time to write this information that helps you understand how to do something. That's the most valuable information, the most helpful information you come across. Whereas a lot of people, when they're doing their own business, they forget all of this information and they just go product, 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 whatever it is, just buy this, just please buy it. And they forget the human part of it, which is, I haven't even explained to somebody why they should have this. I'm not talking about platitudes, right? We're not talking about saying things like, yeah, because I'm the best, I've got the best customer service, there's nobody better than me. But none of that's important. That's an internal view of the business. What we're most interested in is the external view of the business. And that means really understanding where people are at when they arrive at your website. They're not ready to buy most of the time. So which stage of the process are they at? That's the first thing. And then what content can you have that you can put in front of them that will help them move along the different stages of their own buyer's journey? That's going from the problem they have to the result they want. Along that, there might be 5 steps, 3 steps, 15 steps. But if you want to use the internet to connect with more people, especially whatever it is you're selling right now, for you to get to a point where you can sell to 100 people, 200 people, 500 people at the same time, you've got to have this down pat, because you can't be speaking to all of those people yourself and explain over and over again repetitively the reason why, how you do your thing, and so on and so forth, like a sales call, a sales presentation. You can't be doing that. The internet is there to enhance human interaction, so let's use it that way. And that's what this whole week is about. So the problem that was wrong with those websites, the problem that you've probably got with your own website, and the problem you'll start to see when you shop around with other websites, is that they focus on today buyers and they ignore someday buyers. So when you focus on all buyers, what you're going to do is you're going to have 2 things in place. You're going to have a primary call to action, and you're also going to have a secondary call to action. So the primary call to action is going to be something that is based on commercial intent. Now, as I was saying to you earlier, it may not be to buy a product. it may not be the buy button that is that commercial intent action, right? A primary call to action, an action that you want them to take. So you see it there in the top right hand corner of the screen. If you think about Amazon's website, for example, the checkout button, top right hand corner of the screen, okay? Commercial intent goes there. So it means that when you go back, let's have a look at those websites, you'll start to see that the actions that they want them to take on the website, they're really all based on commercial intent. Inquire, call us today, get in touch, even sign up for a free discount, sign up to my newsletter and I'll give you exclusive promos and all this kind of stuff and discount codes. They're all going to be interesting to people of commercial intent, and they're going to be absolute white noise to people who are looking for information, because even if your call to action is going to be a free consultation, for example, that still is linked to commercial intent. Everybody knows that on that call you're going to be saying something or doing something that is leading towards a sell. And when somebody is in need of getting something done, they might be ordering balloons for a party, right? And they come to your website and you're thinking, right, so that button there should be shop now. Okay, but for people who are not ready to buy, what do you do? That's when the secondary call to action comes in, right? And that secondary call to action has to be informational. So we're pointing in two directions here, because no matter if it's your website, no matter if it's your business card, in actual fact, no matter if you're talking to somebody and they say to you, what do? You have to be leading with a keyword-rich welcome headline that explains the problem that you solve with the solution that you actually sell. You are solving a solution, right? You're solving a problem, I should say. And it takes some time for most business owners to work it out. Even if it's something intangible like a service, you're solving a problem and you need to dial in what that problem is so you can make sure that you put it front and center within your marketing message, so that when people who are part of that target audience come across your message, it's going to stop them in their tracks, because they're going to be able to identify with that. Within the supporting text, that's where you're going to start talking to them about the fact that you have a solution dedicated for them that is actually going to help them get from that problem to that result. And then we've got this call to action box, which is twofold. One, you're going to provide information to them that helps them along their buyer's journey. So back to the person who's looking to buy balloons for a party or whatever it might be, right? These kind of decorative balloons, I'm just thinking about at the moment, just seen one recently. Just because that's what they're looking for and they land on your website doesn't mean they're going to buy, right? But how about you've got a form here that provides them with access to a piece of content that is something like how to choose the right balloon hire company. Either way, whether or not that person is ready to purchase right now or someday in the future, that information is useful to them. Guaranteed it's useful to them. Don't think it's too simple, okay? If it's a dentist, 5 things that you don't need to be worried about when coming to the dentist, or how to feel less nervous when going to the dentist, right? Before they've even booked an appointment with the dentist. And I'm not talking about somebody who's already going to the dentist, I'm talking about looking for a new dentist, okay? They go to the website, they see a piece of information there they have to put in their details to get access to, and that's going to be something that helps them feel less nervous when they're going to the dentist. That information is useful. How to prepare your child for going to the dentist, that information is useful. Now, when somebody who has the right kind of problem, I'm looking for a dentist, but I'm not too sure how to choose one, I'm not too sure if they're gonna care about the fact that I'm nervous, for example, your research as a business owner, you could have gone, and you should be going that deep, that you've worked out that I want to make content for those kind of people. I want to actually help those kind of people, and I'm going to show them different things they can do, different questions they can ask the dentist, the fact that they don't have to worry about the dentist saying to them, if I hurt you, put up your right hand, that there's a conversation you have with the dentist before, maybe there's a treatment or process they can go through to actually lessen the pain if they ask for it, who knows, I don't know. But point is, you should be acting, whatever your industry is, you should be acting like a trusted advisor. Let me go one further. You should be acting like a best friend who also happens to be an expert within the industry. And that means that you're going to be providing context as an expert to people that helps them make the right purchasing decision, which we know is to buy from you. But if you're going to do it human to human, rather than having an eye on their wallet, then you're going to take into account that they require a certain amount of guidance. Remember, you're the expert. They're the ones with a problem. You should be an expert of that problem. You should be an expert of even helping them get to the life that they want once that problem has been solved. And of course, you're expert of the solution that you provide. Now, I said it's twofold for that secondary call to action, because the other thing that's going to happen is that you're going to get their details. I'm not talking about spam. Everybody, once in a while, I hear people talk about spam as if to say the only kind of emails that can be sent are emails you don't want. If you receive any emails that make your life better or give you the chance to make more money, you're going to open them. If it helps you the first time, it helps you the second time, you're going to open them every single time. So we're talking about useful emails, not spammy emails, okay? We all get emails. The ones that we don't like are the ones that aren't useful for us. So we're not talking about that for your business, and you shouldn't be thinking about that for your business. But the point is, with this kind of system in place, the secondary call to action, which is for those someday buyers, it means you're going to connect with more people, right? Because even if they're looking to purchase right now and they change their mind, or something happens, they get called, they get a phone call and they leave your website, or they come to your website and they really are the kind of person that would buy from you in the future or hire you, as the case may be, but for whatever reason they leave their website, without this kind of functionality in place, you won't even know they were on your website. So for all of that work that goes into making your website spandangly and really looking nice, if you don't have these kind of systems in place, a primary call to action, so people who are looking to get started can get started right away. For a consultant website like me, it's a free consultation button. You can go along to my website, Kase Dean. It's in the Kase Dean green. Up in the top, you'll see it say free consultation. That's a primary call to action. But as you go down the page, you'll see that there are secondary calls to action. That's my homepage, right? That are allowing people to get information in different ways, either free, there's a bunch of information on my website, or they're going to be asked to fill in their details to get access to certain information that can help them. That's allowing me to keep in contact with them after they've left my website, which means I have a way to communicate with them. And as we've seen on day 5 of the challenge, we've got a way to nurture a relationship with them so that they actually eventually become paying customers. Okay, so I hope that's all making sense. Let's move on. So that form, regardless of whether or not this form is just a form which you fill in the details and it goes through to another page, or whether or not it's a button just by itself that you click on and then it goes through to a page with the form on it, what we're looking at here is what we call an automated marketing and sales system. And this is exactly what we're working on together, okay? All of this stuff will be revealed as we get towards the end, basically I should say at the end of the challenge. But the most important thing is that they're going to claim the offer, the free offer, the secondary offer that we've seen here, through the form, right? Then they're going to move to a thank you page, and rather than that thank you page just saying thank you for getting whatever it is and, you know, see you later kind of thing, what we're going to do on that page is we're going to sell them something. That's why we've got attract, sell, nurture. Okay, you attract them, you sell to them, and even if they don't decide to buy from you on that day, you still have their details, right? You can still nurture a relationship, and you can still keep on at the right times, which we're talking about later on, offer them that chance to solve their problem quicker, to get closer to the desired result quicker. We can put that all in a nurturing sequence that will give them a link, which will send them through to that sales page. And of course, if it's a sales page, you go for the checkout. While we're there talking about that, let me just show you a bit more about what we're talking about here. So this page that we've got here is the page I'm kind of talking about when I'm saying to you that they're going to fill in a form. Okay, so rather than it be, well, I say fill in a form here, but this would be a button. Now, this could be an image with just a button and it will go through to this page. This page by itself, I'll put it this way. If there's only one page that you had for website, it's gonna have more pages because it's got more pages to it. But if you only had this on your website, this would be more useful to you than having all of the different about page and service page and all this kind of page, because this is a specific problem that's being highlighted with a sub headline, benefits. Obviously they get to opt in. You've got image of what they've got, you've got an overview of what they're going to get, you've got what you will learn or what you will get in more context there, you've got testimonials, you've got FAQ, right? All of that is going to help somebody solve a particular problem. And get this in mind while I hope you're making notes, but keep this in mind. You should have one problem, one solution, one page. One problem, one solution, one page. And imagine how your business gets elongated, it gets enlarged, it becomes a multi-faceted business, because your job as a business owner is to continuously search out problems so that you can create solutions and you can sell them through one page. Remember, one problem, one solution, one page. So when I was telling you about the upselling thank you page, that's what we've got here. So that would be the congratulations, thank you for signing up for whatever the free thing is. Then you're going to hit them with more value by actually taking them through whatever that thing is. So if it's soap, there might be a skin, like your product is soap, right? Or that kind, and it's kind of skincare. And so you've got a small ebook or something that talks about the 5 essential oils your body needs, or something like your skin needs. I don't know, but that's what I can imagine could be the situation. So then in this video, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you go into more detail. Psychologically, what can be happening for this person? They never expected that's going to happen. When they fill that form, they're just like, okay, cool, I get to get something with low risk without me having to pay anything, and most importantly, without them having to speak to anybody. They've got this thing and it's going to help them. But wow, before they even get it, because it's going to be sent through to their email, but before they get it, they've got a video here that's actually saying to them, there's more information to help you with that problem that you saw on the first page. This is what I mean when we talk about the 3 core things that I have in my business and I want you to have in your business: empathy, strategy, and technology, in that order. This is empathy. What we're using with the page, this is showing empathy. They've got a problem. You know, if you're admitting it, you really just want the money that's in their wallet. But for you to grow that multi-million-pound business that you're talking about, yeah, or that 7-figure business you're talking about, you're gonna have to look at things a lot differently and start with empathy, strategy about how you're going to actually help people. This is not about giving away the farm or giving away things free. This is about stop focusing on the today buyers, stop focusing on their wallets, and start focusing on helping people, really helping them. If you can't explain how your service helps people, then the problem isn't whether or not you've got money to spend on Facebook ads, is it? It's more to do that you're probably in the wrong kind of business. So anyway, on this page, excuse me, sorry, it's getting a bit tied up on my desk here. On this page, you've got this training video, and then in that training video, you're going to tell them that they've got this bonus offer on this page. We can put a timer here, we can put a countdown, we can push them and all that kind of stuff with scarcity. But the point is that whatever the situation is, so back to the whole idea of the skincare routine, you've got them opting in or signing up for the ebook, which is going to give them the 5 essential oils that skin needs, and what fruits they find it in, or what vegetables they can get in naturally without spending loads and loads of money with Clinique or whatever it is, I don't know. In the video, you're going to go into even more detail, and then bam, in this video, you're going to turn around and say to them, you get the bundle of all of the products that will help you with your skincare routine, plus a consultation with a skincare specialist if you go ahead and take this special offer right now. Bam, they click on that, they go through to the sales page. What I'm trying to get at here is, even though you want your website to be the place where people go and they just automatically do it, there are things we can do to help lead them. And even if they did not buy, then there's no way they're leaving this experience without knowing you're an expert at what you do. And because businesses aren't going this deep, no matter what their industry is, because they're not going this deep into things, it means that when you do it, you're going to stand out straight away. This is how you stand out from the crowd, by going this deep into it. So just to let you know, because I don't know if everybody's got their emails and this kind of good stuff, but this that we've got here and exactly how to tailor it, customize it to your business, all of that is available to you because you're part of this challenge. Okay, so on day 5 I'll be talking more about that. Of course it's not free, but it's going to be super affordable because I know what times are like. Okay, but the point is that as we're going through this challenge together, we're going to be building out all of the information that will help you fill out this, all of this text here. It will help you build out this video. That video will be a super simple for all people who are just like, oh yeah, I don't know what to say when I'm in front of the camera, all this kind of stuff. I've been there, but the focus isn't about you. The focus is on the people you're trying to help, which means you should be really focusing on helping them understand the problem, the result, and how you get them to that result. And I don't even care if it's a comedian who helps people, you know, laugh or enjoy their evening, or realize that rather than going to the cinema all the time, they can have a really good time out by going to this, or they can learn from a comedian about it could be a gateway to public speaking or something like that. There are so many different ways for you to chop and change the actual transformation you can provide to people. But if you just really try and stick down, or if you really try and just focus on, got my product, I'm going to price it that, I'm going to get WooCommerce or Shopify or Etsy, and I'm going to put it there with a buy button, and I'm going to wait. And then I'm going to post on Instagram and keep showing people, and eventually they're going to buy from me. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But if you go through this route of actually thinking about things, this isn't even about me. I don't mind if you do this with somebody else or do this by yourself. The fact is that you have to be focused on the person that you're trying to help. You have to understand their problem. Okay? Cool. All right, let's get back in here. Okay, so you've just seen this. Before you can help others, that is, right, let's just assume we're talking again about the whole thing about my products, they help people feel like this and that, and when they buy it, they're going to feel amazing, and so on and so forth. So your business is being built, your business sells products, and your business is selling products to people, services, and people are feeling amazing because they've purchased it and experienced it. As far as I'm concerned, your business, that vehicle for change, it has to be helping you before you even think about helping others. If you don't know what you want from life, you kind of like don't have any real right. It's going to go kind of wrong for you to then be going out and trying to help other people work out. Well, not even work out, but try and get them what they want. It just doesn't work like that. And the way I like to think about it is, you know, that announcement they've got on the airplane where they turn around saying to you, before you help somebody else with their mask, make sure you put your mask on first. Totally logical. So your business must help you first. Now, the way that we're going to work out what you want is to really do some work that I know you've never done before, because it's not really the kind of work that most people think about when it comes to building a business. And this is not for starter businesses, by the way, right? I know a lot of people who follow me, interact with me, they've got start businesses. Some of them don't even have businesses, they've got a business idea. But this is the kind of stuff I talk to big businesses who've been doing it for years about. I want to get more Facebook interactions on my Facebook. We're doing this work. Again, there's no point talk to me about what's happening on the third floor of your imaginary building. I'm not saying it's not going to get built, but if you haven't built the foundation, we talk about the third floor for. Okay, let's do things in order. So before we start working out what you're going to be telling people to get them to make that value exchange with you, right? You want their money, you've got something good for their transformation. Before we get to that stage, there's 2 stages before that. We need to work out your goals. What is it that you want from your life? Okay, this is not about leaving school, going to university, getting a job, and then just sitting there because mortgage or whatever. It's bigger than that. Don't want to get too hippie on it, but it's one life that we've got here. So if you've got a vehicle like a business, which can be whatever you choose for it to be, don't be confused. There's no point in doing that if you don't believe it. You might as well just go and get a job if you don't believe it. So if you've got a business that can do whatever you want it to do, then I would really implore you to start thinking about what you really want from life. We're not programmed to think about it. But a lot of the problems that you have when it comes down to building your business, growing your business, speaking to people, how to speak to people, who to speak to, clarity. When it comes down to that lack of clarity, it starts from you not being very clear about what you want. So it's important for you to look at your goals. Then we've got the business goals, because the business should be working for you. What happens for most people is they end up working for their business, and they end up working for the best boss they have ever had, themselves. The hours you work, okay, the thought and the stress that you go through all the time, the different things you're learning, and the multitasking of trying to do this and the rest of it. If somebody came to you with what you do within your business as an actual job and told you you're going to get paid what you get paid for it, you would ask them to move before they get hurt. It's not possible. But because it's our own business, it's almost as if to say we have to go through some kind of struggles. The more struggle we go through, the richer we're going to be. Not so. I'm not saying it's easy, but there are some foundational steps to this that have always been in place for centuries, way before the internet came along. So you've got your business goals second, and then finally you've got your client goals. What do I mean by that? If you're focused again with the whole today buyers, and even if you build that whole process where you actually do have a system that keeps talking with them through your voice about different problems they've got and the benefits of working with you, and they buy from you. If your focus is on them buying from you just one time, then you're also going to fail, because you're always going to be focused on what to do next, how to get a next customer, how to get a next customer. Whereas if you take some time to think about your purpose-driven goals for your clients, then it means that you're going to be thinking about, now they've purchased that product, what is the next thing to help within their journey? Okay, which means talking to them. It means discussing with them. It means interacting with them. I know that we've had quite a bit of time where we've only had a select few people to actually interact with, but if you're going to help somebody in any situation, it's very important for you to ask them what kind of help they need. And that's one of the most beautiful things about building a business in this way, where you have your own audience, because you've got your own email list, right, that you can speak to directly, and that way you can ask them questions. You can get them involved in what you're building. You can make it a community, okay? You can really make your own tribe, right? But you need to have an idea of what are the long-term goals you have for your clients. Come on, think about how in-depth and how beautiful this is. That you're not only thinking about your own personal goals, you're thinking about your clients' goals. And in the middle is your business. And your business has goals, which is to make sure that it's fulfilling your personal goals, and it makes sure that it's fulfilling your client goals, and it makes sure that it's actually self-reliant, so you're able to live life on your own terms. That has got to be what is in your mind when you think about doing your own business. Me, myself, when it came to my business, started in 2011, it wasn't even really because I've always wanted a business since I was doing hair. Okay, I wanted to have a hair salon. But when it came to 2011, I started doing my business. It was because I couldn't find work. I was a black man in France. 2008 crisis happened, and I just wasn't as attractive, I would say, an option for businesses. And literally, it was CV after CV after CV after CV after CV, just demoralization, because nothing's happening. I think what I've just read today is for the youth, the black youth in the UK, they've got something like a 40% unemployment rate, which is the same as when the Brixton riots happened. Madness. But anyway, so I was going through trying to find work and couldn't, and so I decided I'm gonna make my own business, because it's like, okay, if they're not gonna employ me, I'm gonna find a way to employ myself to a certain extent and actually start selling things. But I had to go through this process. These processes, this is an amalgamation of different things that have been taught to me. I've been blessed to have worked with some pretty amazing people over the years who have told me bits and pieces that have come together into what I'm showing you today. So first part within this challenge, and the first part within any work that I do with people, is working on these purpose-driven goals. Coolio. So let's go through the worksheet as we come up to the end of today's session. So let me just bring that up. Nice. So this is going to be sent to you, as I said, every let me just make it a bit bigger. Where's the thing? Yeah, large. every day I'll be sending out the worksheet so you get it by email. So if you share, oh yeah, I forgot to say, didn't I? I'm just so focused on you, I forgot about me. So I want this to be a massive success. So please share this. Let your people who need help know that Kase is giving bare gems, just gold, all week long. Not asking you for nothing. Even if we don't work together, and there's an opportunity to work together at the end of the week we're talking about, even if we don't work together, you're getting gems. You got to realize that. There's no way that you can't be further along after, let alone a day, a whole week of us working together. But please do share this with people and let people know what's happening. Okay, what you've been involved in. Don't be greedy. Don't just like keep it to yourself. I understand how it can be sometimes. You want to keep a good thing to yourself, but there is no competition because there's only one you. Okay, so we've got here a worksheet which goes through some questions for your personal goals, your business goals, your customer goals, and as we can see here, we've got a bonus worksheet. So the first question here, all you got to do, basically I'm going to send this through to you. Oh, and the thing is that because I was going to do it as a Google share, but not everybody, it's kind of crazy, but sometimes it seems like everybody's got a Gmail or Google account, and then it seems like not everybody has. So what I'm going to be doing is sending you through a Microsoft doc file, and then you'll be able to open it in Microsoft Office, or you'll be able to open it in Google Sheets as you wish. Okay. But anyway, once you do open it, just go ahead and just take that bit out there and just type in your answer. So the first question is, how much money do you want to make a month? That is each and every month, and this is what we call your personal, I should say profit. It's not actually personal profit, it's personal income. Okay, this is your personal income. Okay, so I'm going to put that figure there. So going along, let's just say that me personally, 5,000. Now in the bonus sheet below, let's just go to that. If you get stuck on this, there's two things I want you to do. I want you to use the worksheet below, which I'll show you in a moment. But the first thing is, I really do want you to sit down and look at what it is that you need to pay for and what you want to do with your money and whatever. There is no judgment from me. Okay, I've heard people be flippant, say, oh, I want 2 million. And it's like, okay, what do you want to do with 2 million? They can't ask, so just trying to be silly. But go through what you want, that car that you want, or the house that you want, the holidays that you want, the clothes that you want, the entertainment that you want, whatever you want, the trust funds and whatever. Even if people still do that talk. I used to hear so much about trust funds. And I wish I had a trust fund when I was younger, but whatever. Whatever it is that you need to do, want to do on a monthly basis, work that out. It's important to know how much your life costs. No judgment. Who gets to say what you should have, what you shouldn't have? But you need to know what you want. It's so important. Otherwise, what is the point of striving and getting it done and going out there and going through all this stress if you're not doing it for what you want? And it's not about being selfish. It's not. Everybody deserves to have whatever it is that they want to have. Okay, as long as it's not hurting anybody else, you get to have it. But your life costs a certain amount. It's important for you to know how much that amount is. So even if you're at a certain amount now, you know what you're working towards. If you're going to help somebody else get from a problem to result, it'd be a good idea if you have an idea of what your result is. Even when you're coming to somebody like me to help you with marketing and digital business and online business, all this kind of stuff, and help me get in front of more people and help me do whatever needs to be done so more people come to me, yeah, I'm still going to ask you, what do you want it for? What are you trying to do? It's not about being nosy. It's just that if you can't articulate it, I don't understand what is that's motivating you on the bad days, let alone what's going to motivate you to go through a process even similar to this one. Anyway, how much money do you want to make a month? You stick that in. Here's another question. What would you do with your time if you earned 5 times that amount? So that would be what? I'm joking. 25k. So if you're getting 25k in your month, 25k in your bank account every single month without fail, what would you do for other people? What would you do is try and get yourself into a state of mind where you've got all the money you need. You don't have to go to work. Everything's being paid for. What would you do with your time? And all of that talk about, I'll go on holiday. Where? Detail it. You want to try and do a one-line thing? Do a one-line thing. But you know what? This is a document, which means that you can tab that down. You can have text on top of text on top of text. There is no other time like this one, and I don't mean to patronize the people I've come across who have done it, but more often than not, nobody spends this amount of time thinking about themselves. They're not programmed to. We're not programmed to. So when you even think about going on a holiday or buying those clothes, what clothes, where from, what are the links, what is the actual thing, whatever item of clothing it is that you want to buy, what is it called, what car is it, how much does it cost? What would you do with your time if you were making 25k each and every single month? What would you do for yourself? What would you do for others? That's where you're going to find your purpose. And then finally, revenue goal. This is a very, very basic way of working out how much money your business needs for you to be able to be paid by your business, have your business look after itself to some extent, and also take care of the tax man expenses in those kind of thirds. Free, yeah. You, your 5 business, it's 5, and that could be for staff and software, and then that other 5 probably going to be that much. But tax and expenses, right? Because your business needs to be making a profit, but your business also should be investing in itself. And your business should also have savings. So those 3 things, your business, and the taxman expenses. Those 3. That's why we've got PI, which is this number here times 3. So stick that in here. I should be talking about homework as well. Very, very important. And again, for people who are interested in having access to this and getting help to actually build this out, you gotta do your homework. Otherwise, we don't have anything to put into that system. Okay, business goal. What would you accomplish with your business if money was not an obstacle? What is the ultimate vision of your business? So whatever it is that you're doing right now, it's probably quite a small vision of what you can do. It's not a dig, but really, what would you do with your business? And again, I don't care what you're selling. It could be curtains, it could be soap, it could be services, it could be, I don't know what right now. But what would be the ultimate version? If you're a plumber, would you want a plumbing academy? Do you care so much about plumbing work being done well? Are you the kind of person that goes in, does plumbing, looks at the pipes and like, what a shoddy job? Where was this person trained? Are you the kind of person that looks at your industry and says, nah, if people should be trained in such and such a way? It's not about being like on your high horse. It's just that you really care. So maybe the ultimate vision of your business is to be a person who's able to influence how people are trained within that business so they actually do have excellence. What is the ultimate version of your business? What would you do with your business if money was not an obstacle? Wherever your business is, even if it's an internet business stuck within a computer, it's within an area, right? Ultimate vision of your business means that the council taps you up and wants to actually talk to you, work with you, because you actually are you're jewel in the crown of the area in which you live. Ultimate vision of your business. Get into it. This is not the kind of just throw something out. This is not about me. This is about you. So if you don't go into it, if you don't go deep into it, who else is going to come to you and ask you these kind of things, let alone grant you what it is that you really want within your heart of hearts? You've got to be honest with yourself, okay? And then we can articulate that and we can start making a plan to how to get that, okay? People make more effort, put more effort into planning holidays that they can't have, rather than actually building out a business that is really within their control to do some really amazing things, okay? For yourself, for the world around you. So, client and customer goals, what's your mission? Again, it's not really just about what I think, it's about what you think. Does your business have a mission? And I don't mean about some kind of, pie in the sky kind of mission that you might read from the corporate businesses and whatnot. I'm talking about really, what is your mission? What do you want to achieve with that business? Write it out. It has to be a sentence. If you've got any problem with that kind of thing, then do research around mission statements. Okay, if you've got any problem with that, hit me up. Oh, did I already speak to you about going into the group, right? You need to sign up, join the group, because that's where you're going to ask questions. If you send me emails, I'm going to blank them. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just, we need to do this properly. Plus, any question you ask, people can benefit from the answer. Other people can benefit from the answer as well, okay? Success through collaboration. So anyway, what's your mission? If you don't know what your mission is, join the group if you're not already in the group. Send me a message, just tag me as you normally do on Facebook, and with that question, I'll help you. I'll help you know how to start working out what your mission is. What will people be able to do after they work or buy from you? This is super important. Think about what their life is going to be like, how your product or service is going to improve their lives. Going deep. If you're doing this properly, I would actually print this out. I would get spare paper, notebook, whatever it is. I'll go away from technology. I'd sit down and I'd write this out. There's something really deep that happens when you go pen to paper. But go deep. What will their life be like after they've worked with you or bought from you? Super important. Why would they join you on a journey if you've got no idea of the destination you're taking them to? Okay, so other than selling them more stuff, so basically if you buy soap, sell soap, rather than just selling them more soap, what are the different ways you could support your clients or customers over a year or 2 years? I love this question. This is where you're going to really understand whether or not you, well, not whether or not you have, I don't want to be like that, but this should help you get some purpose-driven goals for your customers, your clients. You should be able to say that if I'm helping them now and they give me money, I can help them this amount of time and give them money, right? Extend the journey with you and them. What can you do? Again, it's not about selling them more stuff. What other ways could you support them? Okay, so in the final part of this, let me just go back up here. The reason why the next part is going to be important is how much money do you want to make a month? See the bonus worksheet below. So I've got a bonus worksheet here, which is called a personal income levels worksheet. Okay, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really think that should be above that. Real time. Yeah. So you've got these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is something, and a lot of what I teach is has been taught to me by a really amazing guy, my coach Michael Killen. He's taught me so much since around 2017, directly and indirectly. But anyway, so these are different levels. The first one is your survival. I'm going large. I'm going to go over these with you. So survival income level, what is the bare minimum that you require each month just to survive? Now, when I say do your homework, I haven't got to see this. I just need to know that you've done it, and I'll talk to you more about how I'll know you've done it. This part is even important anyway. This is more for you. There's a bare minimum that we all need. Write that down. How much money do you personally require each month to live as you are now? Okay, so maybe these two answers are the same. I don't know. Comfort income level. How much do you require to live comfortably? So this is your standard level income plus additional items that you would like to see regularly. So savings, holidays, houses, whatever it might be. So it will roughly be 50 to 100% more than your standard income level. Now, while I'm doing that, I've already sent out the email. It's all going to be going out. So let me just see if I can find something that I use a lot. I'm not that good. Yeah. So we've got 5,000 plus 50%. Calculate. Okay. So if you're not a maths person, you can go along to this link. I feel like I'm about to be bad and say you can only get that link, but you can see it on the screen, so you can copy that. Should I just make it a bit bigger so you can copy it? Alright, it's actually not making that bigger, is it? Hold on a minute. Silly me. Let me do... You should be able to see it, but just in case. That. Let me make it like that. Look at that. There you go. That's big enough, isn't it? So go along to this website just for calculating percentages and look for in the list X plus percentages what, and that way you'll be able to use that to work out the percentages that we're talking about here. So anyway, it will roughly be 50%, 100% more than your standard income level. Financial secure income level. How much do you require to be financially secure? This is a level where expenses are taken care of and you'll be able to save regularly, This will be roughly 150% of your comfort level income. Okay, so whatever this is, 100% increase, roughly 100% more than, I should say. We have to send this out again. Okay, financially free income level. How much do you require to be financially free? This is where your bills, expenses, and additional security finances are taken care of each month. You no longer have to work every day, and you can do what you want, when you want, how you want, and with who you want. This is usually 300% more than your financially secure number. 300% more than this. Okay, so that there will just help you understand a bit more about what you want, especially when it comes down to the money that is needed to power your life. Okie dokie then, what time we got? 1 minute after 4. That's not too bad, man. That's not too bad at all. Okay, look, that's day 1. Done. Okay, again, that email, if you go and check your emails, if you're a multitasking person, that email with the worksheet has been sent out to you. Okay, the recording, this recording will be in the group later on. It's very, very important. You're going to see, I'm not trying to be difficult, but there's a community that's being built here. Okay, so play along, be nice. But so the recording will be in a group later on today, and tomorrow we're going to be talking about how to, where's the tomorrow, we'll be talking about your business structure here. Yeah, so we'll be talking about how to structure your business in such a way that you can actually sell more to more people. Super important. Okay, I'm done. Thank you so much for your attention. Please do go ahead and share this, share the news, share the love about this challenge. Thank you so much for being part of it. This is just the beginning, long way to go, but I'm with you. I'm here to help. Okay, so take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, 3 p.m.